Hi, I'm John with cardrates.com, and I've written and researched many credit cards over the years, but today I get to talk with you about one that I actually own, the Capital One Quicksilver Cash Rewards credit card. This card is an unsecured card for people with excellent credit, and that will be around a 780 FICO score. Now, if you're considering this card, you've probably seen the commercials with Samuel L. Jackson telling you you can get 1.5% cash back everywhere, every day. And those commercials are spot on because that is the headline benefit of this credit card. But as someone who owns this card, I can give you a lot of inside information that you won't see in the commercials or really anywhere else. And if you stick around till the end, I'll let you know if I recommend this card for a permanent spot in your wallet. And I promise not to ask what's in your wallet. Well, I promise not to ask it again. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you the highlights. But if you want a more in-depth look at things such as possible credit limits, a step-by-step look at the application process, and even comparison to other cards that might have a bigger cashback percentage, we've got a full written review on our website that's going to answer all of those in-depth questions. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'll put a link in the description below. So let's start with why I applied for the Quicksilver Cash Rewards credit card. I wanted something simple. I didn't want any rotating bonus categories, any special promotions. I just wanted something steady and easy that could earn cash back without me having to think about it. And with its 1.5% cash back on all purchases all the time, this definitely fit the bill. Capital One does say you'll need excellent credit to qualify, which is around a 780 FICO score. I was approved with around a 750 FICO score, but you'll definitely want to go through the pre-qualification process. It's really simple. It mirrors the application, but it doesn't result in a hard credit check. And it's one of the best ways to see if you qualify without having any impact to your credit score. It can make the process a lot less stressful, especially if you don't qualify for some reason. The full application process is also pretty fast. And when you submit your application, you can get an answer in under 2 minutes, which is not even really enough time to watch a reel on social media. When I submitted my application and got approved, my initial credit limit was $3,000, and over the last 10 years, it's grown to $8,000, which gives me a little bit of a cushion, gives me some peace of mind, and it definitely helps my credit utilization ratio stay low. Beyond the cash back, this card also has a few other standout perks. They include a sign-up bonus when you meet an early spending requirement, a 0% intro APR offer on purchases and balance transfers. This card also has no annual fee or foreign transaction fees. So you don't have to worry about making up a certain amount of cash back to offset the annual fee, and it gives you peace of mind when you're traveling abroad. Now, I mostly use my Quicksilver Cash Rewards credit card to auto-pay a few of my bigger monthly bills, and those include internet, cell phone, and my car insurance. And that set it and forget it method has earned me about $700 in cash back over the years. And that's not bad for a card that has required zero effort on my part. Now, when it comes to redeeming rewards, I also like it easy. That's why I usually wait until I get about $100 in rewards and redeem them as statement credit. And in my mind, that's just like every once in a while, I get a surprise bill paid. But Capital One offers a ton of other ways to redeem your cash back. And honestly, you're probably a little bit more adventurous than I am. So you can think of a lot of creative ways to use your cash back. Just a few of the ways you can redeem your cash back are for gift cards. You can redeem them directly on PayPal or Amazon for purchases, or you can go through one of their 2 exclusive portals for deals on travel or entertainment. You can redeem your cash back through Capital One Travel. And if you go through Capital One Entertainment, you can use your cash back to get event tickets and even some pretty pricey special experiences, although it may take a lot of cash back to redeem it for those. Now, like I said, these are just the highlights. In the full review online, I give you a lot more information about those redemption options, purchase protections, the Capital One mobile app, which is really awesome. And I even compared this card to some other 2% cashback credit cards. As for my recommendation, I've had this card for 10 years, so I would definitely recommend it to anyone who likes easy rewards, anyone who likes a great mobile app experience, and some extras on the front end, like a sign-up bonus and a 0% intro APR offer. It has more than lived up to my expectations, and I've never had any issues. It's just simple, steady, and dependable. So if you want a no-nonsense credit card that pays rewards without you really having to do much work, I would recommend the Capital One Quicksilver Cash Rewards credit card as something that you could keep in your wallet for a decade or more. And see, I told you I wouldn't say what's in your wallet again.